to a special edition of the Albert and Billy Show. Papa, it's our 200th episode. Can you believe it?
I feel it.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. And you can listen to us live on WUAT Radio. And you're watching us here on BTC Fiber TV, channel 18. And also check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube. Be sure to get on there and subscribe. Be sure to get on there and subscribe. We're getting close to that magic 1,000 subscriptions. So subscribe. That's real good. Yeah, that's for the whole YouTube page. We need to get to 1,000. So if you hadn't subscribed yet, subscribe, please. We do appreciate that.
I never have.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen. He won't even touch a computer, let alone turn it on. But I told him so many times he would learn so much information on that internet. And he won't.
I think he could teach them something.
He probably could. He probably could. Well, Papa, I know one thing. I'm not doing all the announcements, so I'm going to give you some. We do have some special guests with us today. We'll be joined by Lola and Jeff again. They were here a few weeks ago and talking about their huge project coming up. Light up Christmas, light up the town for Christmas. It's turned into a huge event. And which I told Lola that it would be when she first told me about it. If she'll remember that conversation at her shop.
I do. Encouraging.
Yeah, I knew that was a good idea.
I thought I saw them on Fox News the other day.
Did you?
We're trying.
Right. That's pretty good, Papa. It's not joke time yet. Well, let's see here. Golly dang, I've still got all the announcements somehow, Papa. You're going to take that one too, kind sir. So we'll do some announcements and then we'll be joined by Jeff and Lola first. And because they're our first guest, they'll have to take part in our trivia. And if anybody in the audience has some trivia for Papa, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. Because it's always Billy answering these questions, if you notice. But sometimes I do have a lifeline. Several times, don't I?
Yes.
All right, well, we'll get started. There's a lot of events coming up, actually, in the next few weeks. And this is a huge one, too. It's a 25th annual, so that's big. It is a 25th annual Christmas parade. That's going to be Saturday, November 27th, and it starts promptly at 5 p.m. They'll be lined up near your neck of the woods over on the walking track. At 3 p.m. they ask for you to be there, with each float receiving an entry number that'll be displayed on their float. All floats must be in line at 4:45 p.m. with lights, music, etc. on. And the theme for this year's parade is Silver Bells, Papa.
I like that.
You like that song?
You want me to sing it?
No. No, but I do like the song. The float should be decorated to represent what you or your business think when you hear the song Silver Bells. Like, what do you think of?
It's been around a long time.
That's interesting. I don't know what I think of when I hear that song.
I think of a funeral.
Well, boy, that's depressing.
Myrtle Lee's sister, Kate. That's the song they sang at her funeral.
Oh, it is. Okay. They sung Silver Bells at a funeral. Wow. Well, that's an interesting choice. Well, you got me. Yeah, we'll just move on. That's an interesting choice. But that is not what I think about when I hear Silver Bells. I think Christmas and things like that. But that is the theme. That is the theme for this year's parade.
Worth $1,000.
Yeah, they're giving away a lot of money this year, folks. The entry fee is $10, and you'll receive a number. The float should stay one car length apart during the parade. Remember, well, I've already said they need to be in line at 4:45. They mean that because that's twice that I've seen that on here. So be in line at 4:45 if you're in that parade. The categories this year will be business and industry, churches and families. schools and clubs, best horse and mule drawn float. That's new. Also, all floats should have posters on each side telling who has made the float. A float is described, well, we know this, a wagon, trailer, flatbed pulled by a horse, car, truck, four-wheeler, etc. A decorated truck bed is not considered a float. So they must have had some issues with that in the past. So that's not considered a float, folks. Also, each float will be able to make all the turns and go under power lines without damaging the lines. So watch the height and length of your float. Well, that makes sense. And I remember when that happened. That was just a few years ago. Please start planning your float now, obviously, because we're getting close to that day, so that your group can win the grand prize. Here we go, Papa. The grand prize is at least $1,000. At least $1,000. Maybe more, it says. We need to get to making a float, Papa.
First Southern's not gonna make one this year.
Really? Why not?
We don't need $1,000.
Oh, well. There you go.
It's a 1-hour Billy show.
There you go, exactly. I said we can do one. We might have somebody do it for us, but we can do one.
Paying $500.
That's right. We'll split the prize with you, yeah. So anyway, this is a really good event, folks. That is the biggest prize they've ever give for the parade. And of course, it's right here in downtown Pikeville. The winners will be announced, and the parade watchers can view the floats better when they go on to Thomas Street. They're going to take a route on Thomas Street this year. And let's see, remember, no floats are allowed on the bypass. That's state law. Also, the Pound McBay Award will be given to the float with the most outstanding version of Silver Bells. This award will be at least $400. Man, they really are shelling out the money this year. This means everyone should be getting some good Christmas music for their float. And this prize, of course, is given in honor of the late Pound McBay, who was a founder of the parade. She gave 21 years of her life working and planning this parade. Wow, I didn't know that. That's a long time. So make plans now to come be in or watch the Christmas parade. You can listen to the parade live on WUAT. And remember, Jeff and Lola will talk about this in further detail, but that actually kicks off their big event. Right after the parade is the big tree lighting, and it's going to be at the courthouse, right? So they're doing that right after the parade, which I think is a great
Change
idea.
the time.
Change it to before,
Before the parade.
because they're gonna judge floats after the parade.
Okay, so the tree lighting will be before the.
Promptly at 5, and the
Okay.
parade will start leaving at 5, so we won't be in, we
We'll be
really
up
won't
here
be.
by 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad
So
y'all
we've
are
got
here
a few
and
minutes to do
said that. So it is
A recent
before.
change, Billy.
Okay, thank you. So before the parade, they're going to do the decorate the Christmas tree. Anybody can come help, correct?
No, it'd be decorated.
It's up.
Okay, you're lighting the tree. That's it, lighting the
Right,
tree.
right.
There'll be light. That'll be really cool to see, though. It'll be plenty dark by 5 o'clock.
That's right.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see, and I'll be here to see that. And you should be too, folks. You need to come on down and watch the Christmas parade, and before that, watch the Christmas tree lighting right across the road at the courthouse. And the Blitzel FFA Christmas auction is tomorrow, November the 20th. RLM Auction Barn is where Morris Auction starts at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's tomorrow morning. You can bid online at RLM Land and Auction. You can Google the online address. Wonderful items, mostly from Tractor Supply Company. This is a Bledsoe FFA fundraiser, folks, so it's for a good cause. And you can pick up the lots you purchase and at the barn. Any questions about this, though, give Mr. Ronnie Collier a call at 322-4507. That's 322-4507. Sounds like a good event, and that is tomorrow. So that's real soon, Papa.
Tomorrow we'll be here.
Before you know it. And I'm hoping I'm about done with mine. I think,
Karaoke, I can't spell.
well, I guess toy donations are sought. Let's see, yeah, the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department, they are seeking donations of new toys or gently used toys to be given away at Santa's Toy Shop on December the 18th. All donations can be dropped off at Fire Chief Ed Beard's residence. Wow. Well, alrighty then. It's at 13862 Park Road, Pikeville, or you can give him a call at 423-881-5546. The department appreciates your support. Well, that's a good one too. There's all kinds of events like that going on during the
That's the
holidays.
Y'all keep up with these. That's the first one about toys.
Yeah, there's several.
Several.
Hmm. Which is a good thing, a really good thing. All right, Papa, it is your turn.
We're going to have over at the Embers Ice Cream Shop, every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in November, you bring in canned goods or a boy or girl's new unwrapped toy, and you will receive a regular ice cream cone.
Right.
And let me tell you, they'll cram that ice cream down your throat. I took some food over there the other day, and I never got away. This is the 6th year they've done this.
Yeah.
And they are going to use what they collect for the local food banks. They'll also give it to teachers in the school system,
Yeah.
even to Sunday school classes and teachers that where they're getting up an idea of collecting
Yeah.
for someone needy that they know about.
Well, they would know. Yeah, that
And
makes
so
sense.
they want every child in Bledsoe County to have a toy for Christmas.
Well, you can't beat that.
It's important for a child to be able to open a toy.
I agree. Yeah.
I can remember one time I was a child. The telephone number to call for this ice cream shop is 447-3500. And this is co-sponsored by the Citizens Tri-County Bank and Manderley Farms. They're helping Embers Ice Cream Shop. Also, there is another one of my children has something to do with the local sheriff's
Toys for
department.
tots. Yeah, that's a big
And
one.
they're also collecting toys,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to, it's an amazing number of things they do every Christmas. I don't know
Yeah.
how many years they've done
Been
this
going
in a
on
row.
for a long time.
And you call 447-2197 if you want someone to receive a gift during Christmas of a food basket or anything like that. You call 447-2197. That's extension 450. And if you want to donate money for this cause, you can donate it to the Bledsoe County Detention Center. And if you want to write a check, make it a good one. Bledsoe Sheriff's Christmas Fund. Also, the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department is having a breakfast in the morning from 7 to 10. And their country breakfast, we like this one. They have biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, and waffles.
What?
instead of
Oh, they
pancakes.
mixed it up on us.
I was going to
Whoa.
say pancakes. They have hashed brown potatoes, and then for meat they have 4 choices: bacon, sausage, country ham, or fried bologna.
Well, that's a meal.
And then they have to drink orange juice, coffee, and milk. The cost is $7, but that's in the morning, so if you wake up late, you get left out.
It's for really good cause, though. Like we always say on here, all these fire departments around here, they're volunteers. So anytime you can help them out, it's always for a good cause.
And those fire departments, whether you're in them or not, or you live in the community or not, you need to know that what they're doing keeps the cost of your insurance down. Because we've got those fire departments located throughout the county, it helps about the cost of the insurance that you have on your property.
I did not know that.
Listen, Billy, if you just listen, you'll learn a lot.
Well, that is a good one. I didn't know. You guys know that? Everybody?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, well.
You just don't listen.
There, yeah. There's my first mistake ever made, like you always say.
Seems like I've heard.
Literally every episode. Well, have you got any more? Is that it for you?
That's all I have.
All right. Want to make sure we wish some people a happy birthday. These are birthdays that took place this past week, and we have some today. Yesterday, though, Mr. Cliff Fowler had a birthday. Happy birthday, Cliff.
He's 50.
Really? Is he just turning the big 5-0? What about that? And also yesterday was Misty Hankins Smith's birthday. Today is, we want to say happy 20th birthday to Mr. Alex Dashke, and happy birthday also to Jalen Yother. So happy birthday. We also got one on Monday. Madison Houston turned 12. And also happy birthday to Betty Lawson. So we had a bunch of birthdays this week.
In case I'm not here on February the 17th, wish me a happy birthday.
I'll be sure to do that. And you'll be here.
I'll be 87.
Yeah. Proud of it, ain't you? 87 going on 67. Right now you're 86 going on 66 is the way I feel. He's a busybody, folks. Always into something, never slows down. It keeps you going, don't it?
Something does.
And I have to keep you on your toes. I know I'm a challenge.
People tell me that. People tell me that.
Really? All right. Well, we are going to do trivia, but as I said, our first guest is going to be Mr. Jeff and Miss Lola. So welcome them as they come up here. They are with Light Up the Town Christmas Project. This is the first ever one,
Absolutely.
and you're hoping to make this an annual event, correct?
That's right.
Well, I think you should, because I think this one's going to be really, really successful.
Well, it lasts a long time.
Well, first of all, congratulations on your number 200.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. We
I'm excited
appreciate
about
that. Yeah, it's hard to believe it. Also, let's see. Yeah, I think we got all the announcements, so it is that time. Trivia time.
Oh, I thought you were going to interview them first.
They're going to partake in the trivia first.
Ah,
I have to have some
Gilly.
I know, I have to get you up here somehow.
That's right.
okay.
All right.
I'm
up to the challenge.
Is that
These are all Thanksgiving related,
it? Okay.
so
Okay.
it'll be easy.
Usually when he says that, folks,
Why?
that's a trick.
Why did the turkey join the band?
Why did the turkey join the band?
I guess so he can gobble, I don't know.
He had his own drumsticks.
Shoot. I never can get these.
What are turkeys thankful for?
Probably not to be Thanksgiving dinner.
Paula, vegetarians.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's a good one.
Who is not hungry on Thanksgiving?
Who? I don't know.
The turkey, they're already
I
stuffed.
had a. Oh, I almost said that, dang it. That's pretty good.
Why did the pilgrims' pants keep falling down?
So these are like tricky ones here. I don't know.
Don't try.
I guess they didn't have a belt on. I don't know.
Their belt buckles on their hat.
Oh, shoot!
These aren't possible to answer.
No, they're not.
Okay, if a male turkey is a tom and a female turkey is a hen,
Okay.
what is a young turkey called?
What is it?
This is not a joke. This is real.
A Jake.
No.
Yeah.
Poult. P-O-U-L-T.
Poult.
I did not know that.
Well, I'm glad you admitted that. You
Which-
thought I would?
Which sex of turkey does the gobbling?
Is it the one? The man?
The
It's the man.
The man. Why does the male gobble?
I don't know.
To attract the female.
To attract the female.
Oh.
There you go.
It's a mating call.
Mating call.
Partner.
Now this last is just a fact.
Okay.
The average life of a domestic turkey from birth to freezer is 26 weeks. They will eat 75 pounds of food during those 26 weeks. The average life of a wild turkey is 3 to 4 years. And they eat insects and nuts and berries.
Hmm.
And mostly your wild turkeys can fly.
Oh, really?
But your
They don't live very long, do they? Even when they don't get ate. I didn't realize that. They don't live very long. You said 4 or 5 years?
3 to 4 years.
3, well, it's even worse. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not a turkey.
Let me ask you a question. Why are turkeys so difficult to hunt?
Always making me think. Anybody know out there in the audience?
Eyesight.
They're very keen about detecting where danger is, and hunters have learned the best way to get them is not to stalk them, but to come up with the call to attract them.
Okay.
And even then, only 1 out of 6 hunters is successful.
Well, dang. Well, turkeys must be kind of smart.
That's the reason we have enough to eat.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's all I have in trivia.
All right, there's some good old Thanksgiving trivia for you guys. All right, now, as I said earlier, we have the first of our special guests today, Jeff and Lola, which y'all were here about a few weeks ago, wasn't long ago.
We were here.
You guys were kind of just getting started at that point.
Right.
And that was a good episode. We had a good time on that, didn't we? And so now there's a lot more information, though, I'm sure, for you guys to give us because you were just at the beginning stages of it then.
We were.
So tell us all about this huge event that's coming up.
Well, lots have happened since then.
I know.
I'm a great-grandmother, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Has nothing to do with lighting up Christmas.
Yes, it did. We said lots have happened out since then.
That's true.
Didn't do that, Michael. But anyway, we were here the last time, and we were talking about what was going to happen.
Our hopes and dreams at
Our
that point.
dreams and hopes. And we had
Yeah.
gotten part of that done because we'd had the donation. And since that time, we have been blessed with many donations, which I'm so thankful for, and it's helped us go.
Yeah.
And if you're, look outside, it's getting a little bit dark. You'll see that today's been a really full day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, we've had lots of good things to happen, and we've had, just about, we about wore ourselves out trying to make sure we could get that to happen by getting
sure.
a lot of things done. But
It's helped by being on television. I see every time I turn on the TV, you're on there.
oh, I
They
appreciate
have.
that.
Y'all done
I
a good job of
appreciate that.
promoting it.
But
Yes.
today, I did the Veterans Park, tried to do a lot of that, and Jeff was busy doing something. What are you doing?
Well, we brought the Christmas tree to town and stood it up in the courthouse lawn and
Well, that's a big
started
something, isn't
decorating it. Yeah, so you'll see a nice looking tree, I think. We're very
so,
proud
too.
of that at this point, and still working on it. But gosh, that's a milestone for our
Fully
project
donated,
as well.
fully donated.
Yeah.
That's the good thing.
Fully
Somebody
donated.
cut it down and brought it to
Brought
you.
it to us, and then everything on it was donated.
Yeah, everything's
Wow.
donated.
And you've got it
Paid to-
secure.
It's secure. Actually, we had the root ball put in the ground, so there's potential. We know, talking to Mayor Ridley, we may just leave it there for a while and see what it does. So,
Oh, I like that idea.
We do
way-
have the Bickfords to thank for that. We
Yeah.
were blessed by that tree.
and in Alice Bickford, we they donated the tree to us, and so we're so grateful to them. It's been tremendous the support we've gotten across the community.
Yeah.
enthusiasm is high, I think, and, you know, everywhere we go, we hear just positive support. And we're
Now
so
we need
thankful
people
for
to
it.
come. Now we need people.
Yeah,
to come.
and what people need to realize too, it's not just one event, right? It's the whole month pretty much of December, correct?
That's
Right, we'd
important.
like to share that. That's what we're-
We've hammered the calendar down finally.
Okay.
But we're still adding.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You want to start with November 27th, Jeff?
Yeah, well, tomorrow, I don't know if
Yeah,
Tomorrow's
tomorrow's the
the
first
20th.
event.
tomorrow's the 20th. We added a late event, it's called Sip and Shop. Be at the Redbird Manor, the old Arito house down on Main Street. We have about 20 vendors lined up for to do a Christmas market and get your Christmas shopping started early. There'll be, additionally, we have 4 local authors who will have their books there to sign
All right.
and to give away and to
I bet we have
sell.
one of them here now.
We do.
Don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And so we're excited about that. So it should be a fun day tomorrow. We're asking for a small donation, but if you know, we don't need you to pay to come shop. We just need you to come
Right.
shop. We want the vendors to be happy. If you donate, all that money that you donate would go back to our project and helping us put another
Yeah.
light bulb up somewhere.
Exactly. You guys have raised a bunch of money, haven't you?
Yeah. So the 27th,
27th, we start with a beauty pageant at about 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But it's not just a beauty pageant. Mackenzie Campbell's doing it.
Okay.
And she has activities pretty much throughout the day for the children.
Really?
Where?
Where at?
Local on Main Street stage.
On the stage.
On the Main Street
And
stage?
she's really put some time into that, which we appreciate. And as soon as that is over, we'll move on to, and that, we also have photographs by Lauren to be that night,
Yeah.
too, photography for them. And then after that, we'll start with the Christmas lighting, and that'll start. Then we'll light the tree,
Mm-hmm.
and then, of course, the parade. And at that time, we have some food vendors.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
You
Good,
know those,
good.
yeah. You know,
we'll have food vendors in town. The Rescue
That's
Squad will
smart.
have their truck out with funnel cakes and corn dogs, 2 of my favorites.
Yeah.
We have a quesadilla truck. We have a waffle truck.
What the heck? This is
so that's
great.
just gonna crowd the streets. We hope with everybody, you know, we
And
want.
Cindy Saunders.
Oh, no, I'm
Cindy
excited
Saunders
now.
will also
Yeah.
be back with her truck down here off the mountain.
But
so.
we hope to
Oh,
have
okay.
a countdown for that tree, so we need lots of people on Main Street.
Yeah, gotta have that.
Okay, then Jeff, the 4th, we have a,
Yeah, December the 4th. So again, that night we'll start carriage rides around the square.
I'm ready to see that.
Yeah, Will Holt
That's
is
gonna be
leading
cool
out for
looking.
us and is going to drive a carriage, and so we'll have carriage rides around. We may also have additional wagon rides for, you know, larger groups as we
I like
put that together. Timothy Hahn will be playing on the Main Street stage.
Okay.
And
He's
then-
very talented.
He's a very talented individual. He's written a new song that highlights Pikeville as his hometown, a holiday
really?
song. So he's going to debut that.
He did talk about that on our show, but it hadn't been released yet, though.
No,
So-
I've heard it.
Oh, so it's good?
And it's good. So
All right.
everybody come out to hear that
Definitely.
at
5 o'clock,
5 o'clock.
5 to 5:45.
Yeah, and then at 6
Okay.
o'clock, Carrie Hassler takes the stage and doing a Christmas show with her band.
Awesome.
So that'll be nice.
Is this on? Now this is on the
This is on the 4th,
the Main Street stage.
Main Street
Okay.
stage. Everything's basically taking place at the Main Street stage. We
Okay.
will have a night market though that night.
Yeah,
Oh,
night market
okay.
on the
Parade
27th
night,
and
too.
the
27th and
I
the
missed
night
that.
markets, yes, we do.
But Caitlin Case has put that together at the farmer's market, and there's
That'll be
20
good.
or so vendors signed up for that as well. We're
Really?
overflowing at this point, so.
So we're gonna drop to the 9th. The 9th is children's evening. The schools will be bringing their evening class, their after-school program. They'll bring that
Yeah.
at 4:30.
Really?
And for 4:30, and Joyce Carroll and the black lady met Sharita.
Constance.
Sharita. I need to know how to say that. Sharita Black will be the storyteller.
Oh,
They will
yeah.
have that at 4:30.
Okay.
And
That'll
then
be good.
during that time, we have been blessed with some sponsors. A sponsor, we're giving away BTC a Nintendo Switch 2 Amazon Fire iPads, and we have some gift cards for door prizes for the children, plus
Alright.
popcorn.
Got that
And we
popcorn?
have some treats from Citizens Tri-County Bank.
All
for that.
donated.
All donated, and then the buses
Really?
will leave out about 5:30. But we're hoping that lots of children that will come, they won't be able to ride the bus, but we're hoping their parents, grandparents,
Will bring 'em.
neighbors, whoever will bring them. It'll be at the farmer's market,
Yeah,
which will be, keep them together.
yeah,
And we have the Chamber of Commerce, lots of leaders that's gonna come and help do that.
that's a
So,
good idea.
we're excited about that. So,
Definitely.
that will be on the 9th.
No.
All right.
And then we go to Saturday, December the 11th. Again, carriage rides in the square, food trucks. So repeating some of that stuff,
Yeah.
but at 6 o'clock, the Timothy Hahn will be back again doing a little bit of his show.
Uh-huh.
But 6 o'clock, sorry, we'll be doing a Christmas cantata.
No, we've got
Oh,
to get Dr.
really?
Lee's family in there.
Oh
first.
yeah, Dr. Lee's
Yes,
family.
boys are gonna play the violins. That's gonna be a treat.
You guys
I can't
have
keep
had
up with it
a,
all.
I can't either. You guys have had a boatload of
Then
stuff.
the cantatas. is
Dr.
after that.
Lee's
Who's,
boys.
who's in the cantata? Y'all didn't ask me?
You're welcome. You're welcome to join. But we have another opportunity for you.
I could say something, but I'm not going to. It'll be
Right.
nice.
So again, more food trucks, more everything's gonna be, we just, here again, now we're hoping that people just are joining in. You know,
Right.
Because we're trying to get through this schedule so we can go on, but now, on the 12th,
That's Albert's opportunity.
yeah, Albert's
Oh.
opportunity is coming the 12th.
Oh,
On
really?
Sunday the 12th, we're hoping that as many people that loves to sing, you just come onto the courthouse lawn, bring your lawn chair, and if you need to think of a blanket, bring your blanket, and sit, and we're just gonna sing Christmas carols
At
together.
2:30 in the afternoon.
No practice, just come on. We hope that people just
So there you go.
enjoy.
So,
I
so
can sing
there's
silver bells.
Yeah, you can.
I have heard you sing, Albert, so we need you.
So we're hoping that'll be a fun
You
time
need
for
to go.
You've heard me too,
everybody.
haven't you, Gary?
Supper time. But anyway, Amber's ice cream shop said he would stay hang with us and have some hot chocolate that afternoon.
I was about to
So-
ask about some hot
But
chocolate.
we
We
just
gotta have
want
some
people
of
to
that.
come.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it just says sing and we're gonna sing. You know?
Yeah.
But
That'll
you
be
know,
fun.
my dream is to see the courthouse yard full of people. I
Yeah,
would love to see
definitely.
And now
I
then we've
think
got,
that
Jeff, we've got the
deserves to happen.
17th.
Yep.
You know, the 17th,
Yep.
what is it?
The Agee family. Have you heard the Agee family sing
Yes.
before?
Oh, well, we got
Yes.
Joyce Carol before them.
Yep. Yep.
They're talented.
And
yeah.
Wesley's gonna be on there with them. And then
Really?
again, with some music with Timothy Hahn, so,
And the AG family is when the 17th,
At
along with
6
Joyce
o'clock.
Carroll.
6 o'clock.
yes.
And is that so? Will that be 6 o'clock? So will that be Main Street Stage or
Main Street Stage, all of this, Billy, everything's on Main Street Stage until
Okay.
we get to one more spot.
Okay.
And
Now,
just
what
kind
if
of-
I was just what if it was weather permitting? Is there?
Shh.
I'm
There
not
you
trying
go.
to jinx you.
We're
I'm not trying to jinx
talking
you.
about bad
Okay,
weather.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll forget.
Are we, Albert?
We'll forget.
Yeah, we are.
But just I know how that works.
It
Yeah.
was kind of like in the beginning, we needed a lot of work, and same way the weather. We
I
needed
know.
good weather.
That
So,
would be nice. That would be great.
Okay, and we've got one more day left,
And
On
what's-
the
18th.
18th.
You got it.
Okay.
So we just talked about the 17th, the Agee family. Don't forget that.
And they're good. They're good folks.
Oh, yeah.
They're
All
good.
right,
They're
the
super
18th
good.
is 1 week before Christmas. That'll be the last
That'll
day
be the
of
last,
activity.
we'll be kind of
Wow.
winding down. And so the big highlight for that day is a sweet live nativity scene that we're going to do
Really?
with animals and all.
That's in the evening, though.
That is in the evening.
Oh yeah,
But we got
definitely.
Michelle Collier with the ugly sweater. Just
Oh.
going on at 2 or 3.
Two.
2. She's got 3 classes. Everybody can get in a class. And did you say male or female? Both.
Either way.
Either one.
Right.
So,
I heard people talk about ugly sweaters at Morgan Brothers last night.
Really?
okay,
So I think they're getting lined up to participate.
so we're gonna have that ugly sweater.
There'll
It's-
be, there's gonna be prizes.
Yes, right.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And it's
Prizes
sponsored
donated
by,
by Collier and Company Realty and Morgan Brothers, for participation. Morgan Brothers
Really?
Barbecue
All
is
right.
gonna give us some participation.
That is
Yes.
awesome.
and then also
Main
though,
Street
after
Stage
that,
too?
after that follows,
Okay.
Michelle, if I'm correct, the
Yes.
karaoke singing. And I
Yeah.
think
As
that's,
soon as the,
There you
as
go,
the sweaters
Papa.
are over, the karaoke starts.
as soon as, now listen, Billy.
There he
hold on a
goes. There's
minute.
his
Yeah, he can
chance.
sing that. But we got to listen
Silver
to
bells.
Michelle.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said that immediately following the ugly sweater contest will
Yeah.
be a karaoke singing. So this is
Oh,
where
yeah,
pop
I
on
heard
sing.
you.
We may do a duet. But
Y'all
is there
should.
any prizes for that?
Yes, ma'am, there's prizes for that and participation,
Oh,
as
good.
well.
You
We're gonna
know,
have
you know,
participation prizes.
thank you. So that's going to be the list of
That
things
is,
going.
that will be fun.
But
That will
listen,
be
we-
good.
Cassandra,
want-
would you sing with me?
Sure. I got a question. Is it Christmas karaoke or?
Christmas
is it
only.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
Okay,
Christmas
I like
karaoke
that.
Only. And you can either pick your song or pick something out when we get here, but, the Morgan brothers, their mother is the karaoke person. She's gonna bring the karaoke machine.
Awesome.
She's
That
gonna
is
help us
great.
with it, and she's gonna have some songs, but if you want your own song, we can, accommodate.
And that's just been that's huge.
best
I
we
like
can.
that one.
Oh, we've got.
Heck yeah.
But to close this out,
Uh-huh.
really, we're asking everybody to join in the fun.
Mhm.
Light up your yard, your barn, whatever you got,
Yeah.
don't matter. If you got a stick in the yard, put a light on it. But also, we want people to come to town, stroll the streets, and we're hoping for carolers to be spotted around town and they'll be singing. And if you know anybody wants to sing, we'd just love for you to come.
That
You
would
don't have
be
to practice, you don't have to do anything, just park
Yeah.
and practice, sing.
That's right.
Pick a guitar, bring your guitar with you, but, and we thank everybody for all the help. We couldn't have made, we just couldn't have
Community
made it.
involvement has just been great. So we're
It's
really
actually,
appreciative.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's surpassed what I thought you guys could do. I mean, in such a short amount of time. So I'm really proud of you guys.
They're
Thank
not
you.
through yet.
I know.
No,
I
we're not,
know.
when you drive to town tonight, just look up the streets, and you gotta look up a little higher sometimes,
Right.
you know? But, and tell everybody.
Mhm.
Don't keep it a secret.
Exactly.
Tell everybody you
Exactly.
see, and I'm serious. I appreciate Gail because she's got some flyers up there of the schedules, and
Mhm.
again, we've had a good time.
I know it. I know it. And people are, and I noticed your Facebook page is getting huge now.
Yeah,
When I last saw it, was well over 500 people.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's huge.
So that means that we are getting
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
input
Interest.
to Pikeville, and that's what our dreams are. It's not about the lights as much as it's about people coming and
Community.
renewing friendship.
I know it.
And
Yeah.
it's just been a real good time.
And I think it will be. I remember when you first said it to close out, I remember you first said it, you want it to be like a Hallmark movie.
Well, we're still doing that.
Yeah.
Is anybody watching Hallmark movies? They told me that's it almost, but it's been it's been a good thing.
I think
So-
it will look like one. I do. I do.
If anybody
Yes,
doubted
yes.
us, we've proved it. Maybe
You
that
have.
we can.
You
That dream
have.
can come true.
That's right. That's
So-
right.
But thank you for having us again.
You've both done a good job.
Thank
Let's
you.
give them a hand, everybody.
Yeah, thank you,
That's
guys.
why we've done it.
we couldn't
you
do it
know.
without you.
Well,
I appreciate it.
this is awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, we're gonna
And
do
when
more.
we come back, we'll be back after a short break, and we'll have Miss Ruth Burton, one of the authors, that's going to be there at one of your events. That is coming up next, right after the break, right here on the Albert and Billy Show.
We'll see you tomorrow.
That's right, radio listeners. Tomorrow,
Sip and shop.
the Sipping Shop, and what time again, Jim?
Thank you. 12 to 5.
12 to 5, radio listeners. That's tomorrow.
Thank you, Albert.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. We'll take a short intermission and we'll be right back, folks. Oh.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
I'll take care of lunch today, Dylan. Oh, no, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay until I hear error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The app freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Hit it. All right. Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show 200th episode. It feels so weird saying that. 200th episode. Our 200th episode special. Filmed right here in front of a live audience here at Nickel Row. Thank you, Nickel Row. Thank you, Cliff, and mainly Gail. Gotta give Gail a shout out back there. She takes care of me good here. And that's a challenge, isn't it? And Miss Emma Boynton, one of our sponsors, wanted us to add this announcement. The food bank is going to be taking donations for a chance to win a quilt, Tree of Life. It's $3 for one, $5 or $10 for three, $5 for two. You can see Miss.
No.
Is that wrong?
Just the order.
Did I get it wrong? I'm sorry.
Everything's right except the order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 3 for 1, 5 for 2, and 10 for 3.
No, you don't get
No.
5 for $2.
I wrote it back.
I said the $5. I was meaning money.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought I had it right.
$5 for 2 then?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Thank you very much, Aaron. All right. And you can see Miss Emma or Sue Covered at the courthouse. If you want to buy some of these tickets, it's a donation. It's obviously for a really good cause. It's the food bank, so and you get a chance to win a quilt. So
And it will be given right before Christmas.
and then it'll be given right before Christmas, so that's good. It can be a good Christmas gift.
It's the Tree of Life quilt.
The Tree of Life quilt. All right. Well, that'll be nice to see. And we want to thank our sponsors, of course, Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance. We always say go see Frank, Susan, and Sadie, their little dog. They say all the time that people ask them about Sadie.
I take Sadie a brownie when I take them brownies.
I do. I believe it. And if anybody doesn't know, which most people do, but Papa, I have to say, makes really, really good brownies. He does. He will not tell his secret, but he makes some. And I don't even like brownies, but I like his.
Emma tried to Jew me out of my
I don't blame her. And, well, thank you to Emma and Lisa Wheeler and Michael Walker, Scotty's, Farm Bureau. Go see Matt Massengale and all his friendly staff in South Pikeville. Farm Bureau, they're right by Putnam Reed Funeral Home, and Pikeville Family Dentistry, as Papa says, catty corner to us here at our studio. The Loom, our next door neighbor, go see Miss Judy Yates. The Loom has been around for as long as I can remember. Honestly, it's been a long time, hasn't it? And of course, Nickel Row Antiques, where we are right now filming this. Thank you guys. Go get you something at the Getting Place. Morgan Brothers, and of course with Morgan Brothers you have the venue and the Bankwalker Brewery. And if you haven't seen that place, man, it is nice. Did you go in there and see it? That is nothing but nice. They've outdone themselves on that. They really have. It's great atmosphere, and I encourage anybody to go by there and just get a bite to eat. You'll enjoy it. Also, Gibbs Pools. I think we might know somebody there.
Everybody, yeah.
I love that. State Farm Insurance. Go see Nick and his friendly staff. Now they're over towards the bypass, aren't they? A lot of business popping up in that area. And Mill Down Outdoor Adventures. That's Timmy and Michelle Campbell. We're going to film there next year. It's too cold to now, but we are filming there next year. That is the location I want to film at. The Country Gospel Bluegrass Show Showcase Sunday. That's Daryl's show, 8 a.m. or as he said, God's time. It's Lola's, and she was our guest just a while ago. Her shop is back open, so check it out. It's also just a few steps down the street, isn't it?
Hop, skip, and a jump.
There you go. There you go. And also Collier Company Realty. Did I get that right? Yeah. All right. That's Michelle Collier, who we had on just a couple weeks ago.
That's our newest
That's
sponsor.
right. And now we have a local author. This isn't your first book, is it?
It's my second.
It's your second one. It's Miss Ruth Burton. Hello,
Well,
Ruth.
thank you, and congratulations on your 200th show.
Well,
I was
thank
reminding
you.
Albert, I was on your 100th show.
You are
So
one.
I'm
That is true.
fortunate enough to, on your can't wait till your 300th
I
show.
know.
I was also reminding him, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he and I got to talking on your 100th show
Mm-hmm.
about one of his former employees,
Oh, really?
my husband, Gary.
Oh.
And Gary started to heckle him. So
Oh, really?
I warned Gary, now don't start heckling Albert this time. So, do you have security?
Yeah.
Security to escort him out if he starts?
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, thank you very much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
This has been fun.
One of Papa's stories is in there, I do believe.
Bledsoe County's Best Stories. It's
Yeah.
54 short, true stories.
Wow.
And Albert's
Wow.
story opens the book.
Really?
So it does. First chapter.
Did you know
Yeah.
that?
Oh, really?
Okay. Well, I haven't had a chance to yet. So.
And
I had to buy it to read
he
it.
did. I'm not giving his story away free. But no, I went to his house one day and sat down with him. I remembered it, and of course, I could have gotten more than one good story out of Albert. But,
Yeah, oh yeah,
For
yeah.
people who don't remember a really scary time
I
for
remember
you
that.
and Carolyn, my dear friend,
Mhm.
when you were at the grocery store,
Yes.
they had a home invasion, which turned into a robbery, and
Yeah.
thank the Lord, it all
Worked out.
came out good, but that was a scary time for you.
It turned into a hostage situation, didn't it? They hadn't any hostage. We found out later. I think the next day. I was just a little kid when this happened, but they had been following me every day for like 3 months. They knew my schedule, and I was a little kid in school, and I would go down to. Me and Ken Anderson would go to Jennifer Nipper's house and jump on her trampoline. And I remember asking her, there would always be a blue truck with a white camper up there every day. And I remember asking her, why is that truck always up there? And I guess I don't know, maybe she really believed this. She said it was the graveyard manager. And so me and Cannon just believed her, you know. But he was definitely not the graveyard manager at all. He was one of the robbers. Of course, and I never saw that truck again after the robbery. So that was a very weird time. That was a creepy feeling.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I'm so glad it turned out well.
It really did.
That neither one of you were hurt.
That's true.
But these stories, they're just all over the place to
Yeah.
describe them. Anything that I thought was interesting that people might want to know about,
Yeah.
I put a story in, and so they go back. They're more recent things like that, but they go back to when the county was formed.
Really?
Yep.
That's an interesting one.
There was a lawsuit between Bledsoe and Sequatchie counties.
I
Have
didn't
you
know
ever heard of
that.
that?
No.
That's a chapter in the book. That was kind of our first rivalry.
Okay.
And Civil War
Yeah.
era, kind of some things that went on there. Did you know there was an underground railroad that ran through part of Bledsoe
No.
County?
No, I didn't know that.
So as far as I know, this, especially the Civil War material, has never been brought together in one place before.
Probably
So I
not.
tried to do that. A lot of people helped me with the book.
Yeah.
And I sent it past people to review. Carolyn Knight is so good.
Yeah.
And Earlene Young.
Yeah.
And your neighbor, Roy Lee Stanifer.
Roy Lee is full of it.
Is so he's my old classmate. Now he helped me. I have to put in a good word for Roy Lee.
When he finds me outside, he's got me in a corner for a while to tell me about this, that, and the other.
Thinks you need to learn some things still.
That's
Like
right. Exactly.
But anyway, Roy Lee helped me. Dr. Philip and Gay Ann Burns, they read
Oh.
early copies. Travis Smith.
Yeah.
So Lola did,
Did she?
and so I tried to be as accurate as I could be, and like I
Yeah.
say, with Carolyn and some people that I really trust who know a lot
Yeah.
of our local history, signed off on it and the information. But the
Well,
Civil
that-
War chapter alone, in talking about the Underground Railroad, something
believe
else
that.
that I found really interesting, Billy, was when General Braxton Bragg went from Chattanooga to join more forces up in Kentucky.
Yeah.
He marched 27,000 of his troops up the valley to Pikeville, up the old mountain road, to meet up with some other divisions. Now, can you imagine?
No.
And they were,
No.
they didn't have all their provisions. When they came through Pikeville, they were stripping the land of food and supplies, and
Oh, wow.
it was a scary time for people.
Nobody offended them, 27,000.
Say not.
27,000.
Well, that's a lot.
So
Did any of you guys know? I did not know this.
imagine that coming up the valley. The Trail of Tears is another thing. The Trail of Tears
Yeah.
came through. This was their northern route,
Yeah.
and they came down the mountain through New Harmony,
Really?
down the mountain, came out around. Well, they went back up to tell you. They came down Lloyd Gap and went back up Lee Station,
Oh, wow.
Mountain Road.
Whoa.
And they came. There were 9 groups of them, 1,000 at a time.
My
that
goodness.
Came, so
I did not know that.
yeah. So
Wow. You're going to
So
learn a lot when you read this book.
we've got some. There are some older things like that, but there are newer type things. We've had some notable people from Bledsoe County. We had a governor.
Really?
We had a governor who turned 2-time governor, Governor Frazier, born right here in town.
He has a marker.
I did not know that either. I'm learning all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff from this.
We had a Supreme Court Justice, Rutledge. His father was pastor of First Baptist Church in Pikeville. And they said he developed his love of the law, interest in the law, by watching court cases over here at our courthouse.
Really? Wow. This is
And-
mind blowing. I
Well,
didn't know any
here's
of
one you
this.
probably don't know then. When Abraham Lincoln was assassinated,
Yeah.
President Johnson was sworn in as the new president. His grandfather, Andrew McDonough,
Yeah.
was an early settler of Bledsoe County, and he's buried down the valley off the East Valley Road, Lower East Valley Road.
I guess you knew that, but I bet you didn't before you read the book, did you?
No.
All
We
right.
got Miss Emma there, and Johnny Boynton is a chapter. Of course,
Oh,
he
yeah, I know
plays
his
for the
story.
Miami
Very
Dolphins.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
that's one of the current people still around.
Yeah.
Told who he married.
I did, and Scarlett Robertson Measles,
Oh, yeah.
who's had some real health problems.
She
but,
has.
But she's used that. She has campaigned for a change in Tennessee state law that's passed.
wow.
She got her disease that she suffers from.
It's really hard to say, but it's very rare.
It's
Yeah.
rare, but it's best found. The prognosis is best if it's found in newborns, but Tennessee didn't screen for that. So she took on a
Oh.
campaign
Wow.
to add that to newborn screenings, and it took her a few years, but she's done that.
Well,
So-
I did not know that. That's amazing. That is.
That's a chapter.
I remember when her and Vicky, her mom, were on Montel Williams one time.
Right, they
talking
were.
about her disease. And,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Scarlett was really supposed to survive. I really
Right.
don't think.
Right.
You
They
know,
they at first told her, well, she was a
because we were in high school.
cheerleader.
Yeah. Mhm.
And when she started developing symptoms, and that first
Yes.
prognosis was that she eventually,
It was
within a
bad.
short period of time, that it would be fatal. And if
Yes.
she hadn't had a transplant, bone marrow transplant,
That is right.
she would have died.
She went
So,
to Minnesota, I believe. Yes. Wow.
Judy Swafford's dad,
Mhm.
Woodrow Oaks, I don't know if you remember him, you do,
Mm-hmm.
spent 800 days in a Nazi prison camp during World War II.
No. No, I did not know that. Wow.
So like I said, just all kinds of things that I find interesting
No
to
wonder.
preserve. I wanted to do it to get younger people interested
Yeah.
in some of these things. And,
They need to know our
and
history.
I thought if I had written these down 10 years ago,
Yeah.
the people who I could have asked about, who are gone
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
As they say, every time an older person dies, you lose a library. Almost
Wow,
in-
you
in-
really do.
in it. But then I thought, well,
I've never
The
heard
long-
that expression, but I like that.
the longer I wait, then the more people won't be around.
I
So
agree.
I enjoyed it. There were more stories I've got a few more
Bet.
that I'd like to include, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of time-wise, and I couldn't
Possibly
get-
another book, maybe.
Well, I'd love to. If people will share, if your
Yeah.
story's not in here, get with me and we'll try
Yeah,
to come up
because
with
that's
it. So
a
who
great
knows?
concept.
Who knows?
I
But
really like
we
that.
also, as you know, have had so many people move in
Mhm.
who may not know about our county either.
That's true.
Who would like to know a little something about their new home.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I've never thought about that, but I'm sure they do. Would like to
So-
know this.
Copies are available. It's on Amazon, but and
it?
you can get it as a paperback or a Kindle.
Uh-huh.
But also, it's at Printing Partners.
Okay.
And Joel Stanifer's been kind enough. He let me put my first book in there.
Yeah,
In his
yeah.
pharmacy,
I
and so
remember that.
it'll be at Stanifer Pharmacy also.
Okay.
And down the valley, there's Needful Things General Store on the right, there by
Really?
Bethel Church. And so
Oh,
it'll be
oh.
there too.
Is that a
They've
new
got some neat
place?
things.
Kinda
Relative, yeah,
okay.
kind of.
Okay.
But it's a neat little place. You ought to stop in there
I think
sometime.
I've heard somebody talk about that place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're for sale there too.
Yes.
Okay,
So
good.
they'll be at those three places, and as you talk, well, I'll be at Sip and Shop,
That'll be tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
and maybe another place during the Christmas, light up the town festivities.
Yeah, I'd
Like
say they
maybe
will.
some-
Some people might hit
Or-
upon the idea of using that for a gift.
and that would
Ooh,
be-
that's a
wouldn't that
good
make a nice
idea.
gift?
That's a good
And I
idea.
don't know if Gary knows this yet, but he will also be carrying them in his truck. So if you see him around town,
Peddling books.
He might
he's
as
very
well.
supportive. I'm sure he will.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling he's going to do that for you.
He will.
Well, feel free to leave them here anytime at the radio station.
thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
the
that.
more people that read this, the better. It's important.
Appreciate that.
It's important.
I have two questions.
Okay.
Number one, were the people that you chose to write the stories about, did you interview anyone else that was alive besides me?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Emma, Emma wants you to know she's alive.
Number two.
No, I did. There are, and Scarlett. Scarlett and I talked a good while.
Number two. Question number two.
Would you like to make that clear, Emma, that
Emma is here in the flesh.
Well, I was thinking about all the Civil War stories.
Okay, we'll let you slide, I guess.
Why did you choose me for number one?
Ooh.
Well, I don't know. I think you have a very gripping story, and even though
Yeah.
I know it was a terrible time for you and very frightening, and that left, as you shared with me, it lingered for a while.
I think it
the
affected
trauma.
Carolyn more than me.
The trauma, and
They did.
so even though it was difficult, it was a happy ending.
Yeah, you survived
It
it.
was a happy ending, and I think.
I think the one
people
thing
do
that gave
like
us
that.
closure was when I took the gun away from Carolyn.
You can read all about that. I thought that was.
I won't tell anything.
Don't
good-
get too much
a
away.
good- no, that was a good point about what you did to try to recover from
Yeah.
that frightening experience. So.
I think I got over it easier because I was just a kid. I think that's really what it was, but it was creepy. Definitely.
It is a good book.
You thought it was just would you say the cemetery?
Yeah,
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
You didn't know you were being stalked.
I had
so-
no idea, no clue. But then they were caught too, correct? So
A year later.
so that means a lot too.
There are other stories that don't have as happy endings. I mean, we've got a couple lynchings, and I talk a little bit about Bloody Bledsoe, but
Yeah,
not that much.
yeah.
But some of these stories in here are how that nickname came to be for that period.
That's important, I
that
think.
period of time. And we haven't talked about our famous outlaw, John Merle. Who was buried up at Smyrna. And what we don't understand maybe is how famous he was.
I know.
And yet he
he
chose
is-
Bledsoe County to live in?
Mark Twain
Or to hide
mentions
him.
him
I
in
don't
Mark Twain mentions him in 2 of his books.
I didn't know that either.
The
Wow.
the
Did he hear
treasure,
the book?
I will.
the adventures of Huck Finn,
Yeah.
the treasure, the buried treasure that everybody's searching for
Oh, yeah.
is John Merle's.
Well, how do I not know that? I did not
He
know
was-
that.
I mean, he was famous across the country during his lifetime.
Wow. He done a lot, didn't he? Now, is he the one that's buried in a different way? Or is that
He's
just
buried north
North
to
south.
south instead of east to west.
and what's
because-
the reason for that?
Well, as Albert knows, I'm sure, people are buried east to west because Jesus is coming back in the east, in
Right.
the eastern skies. So the thought
Right.
was, you're
Good,
looking at him
right.
when you come out.
Yeah.
you know, there he is, and so
They didn't do that for him.
they didn't do that for him. They say he was buried north to south and instead of
I've
east to
heard
west.
that.
But his original gravestone, he was so, I don't know that popular is the right
Right.
word, but
Well
notorious,
known, yeah.
well known that people came and chipped off pieces of his gravestone, and it was actually covered. It was one of the long ones that covered the whole body.
Oh, really?
And so the stone that's there now is not his original.
Oh, I did not know that either.
And did you know they dug him up and cut off his head?
Oh my God.
Billy, I would like you to read this.
I'm
I happen to have an
definitely
extra book, Bill.
You can read it out of mine.
Wow.
Read it out of mine.
Man, that is crazy.
But yeah, so
They must have thought he was a bad man or something. He must have been a bad man.
well, they cut off his
Cause
head,
dang.
dug him up, and cut off his head in the middle of the night. And
That takes some
it
hatred right
gets
there.
worse than from there. So
Oh.
if you can imagine it, cutting off his head wasn't the worst part.
Oh
so.
my God. Man, they really did not like this guy, did they?
That's the worst story.
I bet. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna read that chapter for sure. And obviously, I have heard of him, but yeah, I learned some new things just now on that. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Congratulations on your success.
Yeah,
because it's been
definitely.
well received.
Thank you. People have been very kind, and I appreciate that very much. Lola hosted a book signing last week for me at Jeff's place, the Redbird Manor.
Yeah.
He and Aaron opened their home, and it was a lot of fun. People,
I bet it
people were
was.
very nice, and I enjoyed it very much.
It's affected Gary a lot. I notice he has a swagger.
That
Give him
may
some
come from
confidence.
carrying all those books around for me.
Probably.
That's probably it. It's probably like a bad back more.
And the name of the book is Bledsoe County Best Stories, correct?
Yes. And if I could just say
Yeah.
one more thing about it, isn't the picture on the front of it nice?
Wow, that's really nice.
That's a John Hargis original
Really?
photograph, and John was kind enough to let me use it. And of course,
And that's
John's
here,
work
yeah.
is across in Tennessee state parks. They're thinking they'll use that on the overlook from Dunlap on going up
Really?
111, that they'll use that same photo. They probably
be
won't
really
have my
good.
name on the front.
Right. And I can tell that's right here in our county. And it just reminds me,
Doesn't
yeah,
it?
what a beautiful place we really live in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a breathtaking view right there. That really is. I think we take that for granted sometimes, don't we?
Yes.
What a beautiful place we actually live in.
We do.
I think you've done a good job on this one. I really do.
Well,
I can't wait to read it now.
I just had fun with the stories. They interested me, like I said, and if they'd never turned into a book, that would have been okay too. But I hope somebody else will find them interesting.
I think
And
they will.
If you need trivia questions for Albert,
Yeah. Oh
come
yeah.
up with some.
I
Here's
can't
one.
wait for that.
Who is Bledsoe County named after?
You have two thoughts.
You did read that. You got to that
Yes,
chapter.
I read that.
Well, the front of our courthouse has a plaque that says it's Anthony Bledsoe.
Okay.
And yet, digging back, that's questionable.
It is.
Was it Anthony Bledsoe, or older texts say it was his brother,
Really?
Abraham?
And so we don't
So
really
we
truly
don't-
know.
We don't know.
That
Well,
is so, or do
I guess-
Well,
we? We don't know, do we? You gotta read to
I
find
wasn't
out.
there.
Well, yeah. I know. I figured that.
I tell people where the name Pikeville came from, and they don't believe me.
Well, tell us again, because I can't remember.
where do you say?
Zebulon. The same fellow that Pikes Peak is named after is the same fellow that Pikeville is named after.
Really? I didn't know that.
I tell you, Billy.
Every week. I always learn something, don't I? That is interesting, though. I didn't know that. So he named Pikes Peak, and then he named our town.
I don't know which was first.
Well,
That's
true.
that's the accepted, but there is another story about that could also be true.
Really? Is that in the book?
It's in the book.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't give away the mystery. But I can't believe that. So we really don't know on, well, I guess 2 things now. That's interesting. I'm definitely going to read this book, Ruth. I can tell you that. You've got my attention.
Before you leave, let me say one thing. The contention between Sequatchie County and Bledsoe County that you mentioned earlier is not over.
Well, no.
Well,
In sports, for sure. But
after having read the book, it's better now than it was then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's a friendly rivalry.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yes.
I think the words I used were, it's increasingly friendly.
I think so too. And we have a lot of fans in Dunlap.
Yeah, they're good people.
Yeah.
We love people in Dunlap.
That's right.
Sequatchie
We
County,
love Dunlap
Bledsoe County.
too.
We're all valley
That's
and
right.
mountains. So.
That's exactly right. Well, Pawpaw,
Let's
think
don't do anything else.
you don't want to do a few jokes for us? Have you got any jokes for us?
Well, I can.
I like that.
That's
I
tradition,
like that drumstick joke. Have you got any?
That was
other
pretty
good ones?
good. It's tradition.
My family told me to stop telling Thanksgiving jokes, but
Okay.
I told them I couldn't quit cold turkey.
There you
Did you know that if you cross a turkey with a banjo, that the turkey then can pluck itself? You like that, didn't you, Vic?
I did not know that.
2 turkeys are watching as the pilgrims land at Plymouth Rock. And they watch them unload the wares from the boat. And one turkey says to the other turkey, "They seem like such nice folks. You think they might have us over for supper?"
They don't think they're so nice then, will they?
I overheard my grandmother say the other day that they're having the same thing for Thanksgiving they always have. Relatives.
That's a good one. One more, Papa.
One
Come
more.
on.
Just before Thanksgiving, the teacher of her kindergarten class asked the students what they were thankful for.
Yeah.
And one young boy said, "I'm thankful I'm not a turkey."
Smart boy.
That's it.
Well, those were some good ones, Pawpaw. He has been on a hot streak lately with the jokes. So obviously, we want to thank you for being here with us, Ruth. And
Thank you.
Oh,
I
you're
enjoyed it
very
much.
welcome.
Can I come for the 300?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get my name in there early.
That's
Albert.
right.
I hope I'm around.
Some tells me you will be. And also, of course, our previous guests, Lola and Jeff. And thanks to our audience for coming, and Nickel Roll for hosting this event. And we want to thank you, fans. We want to thank. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Very humbled, and it's mind-boggling, really, to see the response that we get from the fans. And we never thought it would turn into this, but we are very thankful. It's this Thanksgiving theme here. We are very thankful for all of you. We love all of you and just appreciate all the support we've gotten over the years. We couldn't do it without you. And thanks to BTC Fiber, we've been with them the whole time from the beginning. So we just want to thank everybody. We are truly honored and very thankful to be here for our 200th episode.
And we hope everybody has a nice Thanksgiving.
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you. Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.